Hey guys, and what's going on? My name is James and this is another episode of Thieves 101, your weekly catch up on everything 100 Thieves. This week we have so much to catch up on as 100 Thieves was a part of 3 different esports, as the Crazy Thieves played in the ALGS 2026 championships in Sapporo, Japan, the Valorant team kicked off the 2026 VCT campaign, and the LA Thieves played their penultimate week of the Major 1 qualifiers. As always, if you are interested in a specific esports, please feel free to skip to it in the chapters below. But first, we are going to be starting with the Crazy Thieves in Japan. As we discussed, 100 Thieves and Crazy Raccoons combined to create a team Crazy Thieves. They competed this weekend in the ALGS Championships 2026 or the Year 5 Championships for Apex Legends Esports. First, they had to get through the group stage where there were 40 teams broken into 4 groups. Each group of 10 had to play the other groups, so Group A versus B, C, and D. Now, I honestly wish we could skip through this part of the recap because we were quite awful in the group stage. We struggled to get any kills and half the time we were out in the bottom 5. Now in A versus B, unfortunately we got a 15th place, but it actually got worse because in A versus C, we got 18th position. And that meant after day 1, we were 35th out of the 40 teams attending the ALGS championship. Day 2, however, it seemed like a completely different team showed up. We got more kills in our last 2 games than our first day combined. And with that, we finished off the group stage with 2 wins, and here is a peek of those.
There's still 3 squads alive! What is going on? Wolves are the first to go down! Monsoon! Is this a 1v1? He's trying to survive here! Can he do it? Monsoon low! He's 1 shot! Oh no! He procs the banner pull! No! Crazy Thieves! They'll take it with an insane dub! Better late than never! Insane firepower from CRT to stay alive during any of this. Honestly, NIP make the last push for their points. They're gonna get it! They're taking places up the main! Can he go for another clutch? He's forced to reload and he can't get it! Crazy Thieves! With the back-to-back come through to take the dub for game number 6.
Now, even though we won back-to-back, the cutoff for winners bracket was actually higher than any time ever. Ninjas in Pajamas were the cutoff point with 103 points, and we were 21st with 101. So our previous day has doomed us into losers bracket. Now, we don't have much footage of the losers bracket, but the Thieves definitely turned it on. It kind of looked like they were practicing a new style for the finals, as they weren't really getting any placement points, but they got 28 kills, which was the most of any team in the elimination phase. They advanced into the lower bracket finals where they had 2 strong performances, winning game 1 and becoming 2nd in game 4. Here's footage of that win.
This buying time, but Crazy Thieves are waiting all of this out. They're up on the high ground. They need to get down here right now, but no, they're letting the zone push Fnatic to them. Thank you very much, Fnatic, because Crazy Thieves come in for the first game dub.
And with that, we secured grand finals. So all the way from losers bracket to match point finals. What an amazing run. We started off with 3 mediocre games, but then game 4 came and we actually won.
Can he get a kill? Can they survive? No! Oh my god! 49, you see the hands go up. Well, still a couple of teams to play. Okay, Crazy Thieves, they've jumped out from the high ground. And Jen Burton.
They got to game 7 where they secured match point, and we were hopeful that they would lift the trophy in front of their home crowd. But after we secured match point, we were unable to follow through on our good performances, getting 11th place and 19th place. While Oblivion took home the trophy, winning game 9, leaving us finishing in 6th place. What a year from 100 Thieves and Crazy Thieves. We were definitely consistent throughout our year. Unfortunately, a trophy has evaded us, but here are some of our results throughout the 5th year of the ALGS. 4th position in the ALGS Open, 8th position in the ALGS Split 1 Pro League Americas, 7th position in the ALGS Midseason Playoffs, 6th position in the ALGS Split 2 Pro League Americas, and 6th position in the ALGS 2026 Championship. Would you guys consider this season a success? And would you guys keep this roster as it is? We definitely have some huge personalities and some amazing shooters on the team, but we can't deny that a trophy has evaded us this year. What do you guys think about this collaboration between Crazy Raccoons and 100 Thieves? Will it be kept for year 6 of the ALGS? And speaking of year 6 of the ALGS, here is the roadmap of how the 2026-27 ALGS season will go. And with that, we will see you guys in February where we'll be able to talk about a little bit more Apex Legends at the ALGS Open. And now we will move on to the Thieves kicking off their 2026 VCT campaign. So we start off our 2026 VCT campaign facing Leviatan, but unfortunately they were missing a key player, Neon. He was yet to turn 18 by the day of this tournament, so he will join them later on, as his birthday, to my knowledge, is on January 28th. I gotta say, head coach NBS has done absolute wonders to the 100 Thieves team. Our set plays were looking amazing. I was really impressed. We faced Lev on Bind map 1, and after losing the pistol round, we went up 8-1 in the first half, then ended the half 9-3. From there, Lev was able to mount a little bit of a comeback, but 100 Thieves was too far ahead. Cryo had an absolutely standout performance. Map 2 was looking great, although we did lose our pistol rounds once again. We are 0-4 so far in pistol rounds. And Timotino debuted with an incredible ace. Here it is.
This one's impressive as well. That second kill is lovely on the blows. Goes back, deals with his opposition. Sato.
In the moment decision making as well, when he knows, okay, the ults are ramping up, gets ahead of the convergent pass, takes the fight to them.
Let's go!
But Lev started off the second half 7-1, which means they equalized map count 1-1. Sato was doing everything in his power to stop 100 Thieves on map 3. We once again lost pistol round, which means we are 0-5 at this point. Then we fought back 6-6 in the first half. Then Vora came through with the second half clutch to finish off the series. Here it is.
Full set of util walking all the way out here. Jump spot from King. No one's watching this one. Hold on. That's an immediate adjustment with that paranoia. Blind flash forwards as well. Wants to take the fight. It's as aggro as anything. Unorthodox is the fight to be taken. Oh! That is unbelievable!
Great 13-9 win. Overall, amazing performance from the team. Here are some of the statistics on the screen. My highlight was how much it looked like we were a team during this match. After that win, we went on to face G2, the Reapers of America. We were definitely massive underdogs in this game. We played an impressive map 1, squeezing them in the second half, but it just wasn't enough. So we go down 1-0 after map 1. But map 2 was dirty. We win the first half 11-1, and I can't remember when G2 was pushed this hard, and we included this clip.
And Bang has an ultimate. So even though they were triple stacked over towards A, Bang's already there, ready to support Asuna and Timotino. Wasn't even required though.
Then we finished the map out 13-3, bullying G2 around. And after that map, we had the confidence that we could make it through to the next round. But as we hit map 3, everything seemed to fall apart as we were down 10-2 after the first half. Leaf seemed absolutely inhumane. Here's a clip of his ace.
It's like he's on ice skates watching the way he takes that fight, but again, this pit is another thing to play around, and towards the back of the site, Leaf has got it. All in his control as that pit falls as well.
My God!
We had an amazing comeback in the second half, but it just wasn't enough. One too many chokes caused us to end the map in 13-8, which means we are out of the top bracket. Lucky for us, it's triple elimination, so we have 2 more losses. And here's how the bracket looks after week 1. Week 2 starts off with us facing Loud, who lost decisively to the Cloud9 team. They are not too high in anybody's power rankings of the VCT, so we will definitely go into this match as favorites, and I am definitely hoping for a dominant 2-0 victory. I'm actually really excited to see this new NBS version of this 100 Thieves roster. They are extremely exciting to watch. What do you guys think? Where is this current 100 Thieves roster? Where are they in the VCT power rankings? And give me some predictions against Loud in the comments below. Alright, that's it for Valorant. And next, we're going to face the drama of the Call of Duty League. After last week's loss against Toronto Koi, everybody was calling for a roster change within the LA Thieves camp, especially because Kenny had a statistical stinker. But surprisingly, LA Thieves actually held their roster together even though they were facing Optic Texas. Optic faltered for the first time against FaZe, going down 3-0. But they bounced back against Surge, which meant LA Thieves didn't know which side of Optic they were gonna face. Thieves started off strong in the hardpoint, going up 77-15, and more importantly, Kenny started off strong, who is basically playing for his career. But Mercules was on the other side, and he was going strong as he single-handedly carried this Optic team to a victory. From previous weeks, it would seem like the Thieves would fall apart mentally after this, but the Search and Destroy started off with this.
On the flank, Mercules the one responsible for watching it.
Yeah, Mercules is gonna choose his angle wisely and unfortunately get caught with his pants down. Pushing through.
Yeah, why not? You've got a 4v2, you know that on the site, but as Hook tries to create something at mid, bomb down, smoke fading. Scrap, Kenny, both seen, but Dashy can't deal with either one of them, leaving it all down to Shotzi.
Yeah, and Scrap has a sniper pistol, so how does Shotzi decide to play this? That bomb being down on the bottom side of green isn't gonna help, but
Kenny and Scrap, the AR duo, carried the team to an amazing and dominant Search and Destroy victory, tying up the series 1-1. Going into the dreaded game mode of Overload where we absolutely stunk against Toronto Koi. But Thieves looked like a different beast this week. One cap turned into two, then quickly three, while Optic was scrambling around the map. At one point, Shotzi was running backwards with the ball. Thieves ended up winning 5-1 and carried that same momentum into the hardpoint, winning the series 3-1 overall. Surprisingly, Kenny was the MVP, coming in with a strong week.
I mean, it's just a team. Like, we've been working really hard in scrims to get the vibe and, you know, the team morale, I guess, together. I think that's one thing that it just feeds into the game once we all like each other. I mean, we do like each other. It's just like, it's a different brotherhood whenever you're vibing and outside the game as well. So I think that is one thing that we've been working on a lot, and it's helped us in game. So
tell me, was last week an overreaction? The numbers certainly say so, because Kenny is not in a statistically worse position than anyone else in the team. And Thieves also had a very difficult first couple of weeks, facing FaZe, Falcons, Koi, and Optic within their first 5 games. Next week, we have the opportunity to work on some consistency against the Royal Ravens, who have been on a honeymoon phase after Slasher retired and they brought in Xceed. And we're gonna also face Boston Breach, who are so inconsistent, but they are known to cause LA Thieves trouble no matter the roster. So tell me, how will we finish Major 1 qualifiers? Should we still be looking to replace Kenny, or should we let our deal with the Huntsman expire and let Neum continue on his way? What is your predictions against the Ravens and the Boston Breach? I'm gonna go safe and I'm gonna go 3-1, 3-1 for both of the series. But you? Let me know in the comments below. And now for Around the Organization. 100 Thieves dropped some really good content this week, especially on the 100 Thieves Valorant channel. They brought in some Call of Duty members, some CS members, and Courage, and they played the Valorant team. I love when they combine all the esports team for some content. And 100 Thieves and Crazy Raccoons release a collaboration. I encourage you to check it out. It includes some really cool pieces and a cool plushie. And that's it for this week's episode of Thieves 101. We have so much to look forward to next week, with the VCT Kickoff tournament continuing and the CDL Major 1 qualifiers coming to a conclusion. If you got this far, please consider liking, subscribing, it helps a lot. And make sure to come back for the next week's episode of Thieves 101. My name is James. Goodbye.